So if you don't know me by now, my name's Caden. And I'm about to tell you about this terrible little monster called the Nimbus 3000 and what we had to go through with it. But first, we need to back up. What the heck is this? So this competition is based on this movie called Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, coming out this Friday. But anyway, so there's like little objects that we have to go through and tasks. And so one of our first one is a Dementor. Little scary guy, sucks your soul, but whatever. So it is a dog bone, and you have to expel it from your zone.
Expecto Patronum!
Next is little squash balls, about this big around, right there. This is accurate. Shiny objects, so shiny objects, 4 points, squash balls, -10. You don't want those. And they're all in the center, or Azkaban. And so we have to collect these, and then you have to filter everything out. Then the big thing that we didn't do, Grindelwald is a tennis ball, right? And so we have to deposit him into the center of Azkaban without hitting the gate, but he needs to go in the center before anybody else. But so yeah, that's a little bit about the competition and what our machine did.
Hi you guys, it's Michelle representing the Scheller College of Business. It's been a wild ride, but we're going to talk about the House of Quality. From our House of Quality, we determined that the most important customer requirements were to easily box our machine and reach all necessary parts of the track. Naturally, the engineering requirements that correlate most strongly with these are the maximum dimensions of our machine and the reach distance to the edge and middle of Azkaban. These values are specified in our spec sheet. As you can see, while we ensure that our machine was under the maximum dimensions to box, we aimed to give ourselves at least an inch of clearance as well, keeping our setup time significantly below the maximum.
Hey guys, I'm Hannah. This has been super fun and our robot's pretty awesome. You're gonna hear about it. But before we get there, we have to talk about the function tree and the morph chart, so here we go.
We believe the most difficult subfunctions in our function tree are those that involve the intervention of other teams, specifically removing the Nifflers and sensing the opening gates. While other teams remove Nifflers from their zones, we must prevent rogue Nifflers from rolling into our own. We will also have to design a quick reaction when the gates drop to deposit Grindelwald before other teams, but use a reliable sensor to avoid deploying too early and being disqualified. On our morph chart, you can see the various options for accomplishing these functions. The drawer slides proved to be a superior method of extending the machine to Azkaban and will be used in the final design, as well as an IR sensor to detect the opening gates and a ramp to separate Nifflers and shiny objects.
Hi, my name is Jacob Manicha, and I'm an alcoholic. Part of Hagrid's henchmen.
Hi, Jacob.
And I'm going to be talking about the final design.
Oh, baby.
The Nimbus 3000 aims to be quick and consistent. To achieve this, the design utilized drawer slides, which allow the machine to reach Azkaban quickly and consistently. Additionally, adjustable table legs are attached to the bottom of the machine to adjust for different track heights. As soon as the banana plugs are shorted, the pneumatic pistons force the center box towards the center of the track, so that the extruded arm can dislodge Nifflers and shiny objects into the filter system that collects the shiny objects and ejects Nifflers via a ramp large enough so that it only lets Nifflers roll downwards. The defense arm falls down parallel with the center box. The sideways portion of the defense arm blocks oncoming Nifflers so that we will not receive negative points. An RR sensor controls the Grindelwald system. As soon as it detects that the gates have fallen, Grindelwald is placed into prison. Immediately after, a brushless motor begins to rotate a spool that winds up fishing line so that the box can egress. While doing so, a hook located under the box pushes the Dementor back and out of the zone.
Slap the Mat utilizes 3 swinging arms launched by pneumatics to accomplish all of its tasks. Grindelwald is held on the rightmost arm by 4 pins that surround the ball. The middle arm has a mouse trap that snaps onto the Dementor and brings it back into the start zone upon egress. The leftmost arm has a brush at the end to sweep Nifflers and shiny objects off the top of Azkaban into the home zone. A motor will be used to lift the arms out of the void with paracord attached to the middle arm. The main disadvantage to this machine is that the arms risk interfering with one another.
Upon activation of the Slide and Hook 250, 2 mouse traps with string push out a plate on drawer slides. A hook arm channels the shiny objects and Nifflers into a filtering ramp for separation. To imprison Grindelwald, a motor extends scissor arms to reach the top of Azkaban with a bowl and solenoid-controlled flipper that pushes the tennis ball into Azkaban when the rolling switch detects the gates falling. To egress, a motor will retract the drawer slides in a winding fashion. As the machine egresses, the Dementor hook pulls the Dementor into the start zone. A major disadvantage to this design is its instability. However, the design is very compact as all subsystems are sent to Azkaban together.
The freewheeler is contained within a mobile box that is pushed out to Azkaban by pneumatic pistons. A collector flips out to capture nifflers and shiny objects and direct them into the filter tunnel. Simultaneously, a paddle on 2 mousetraps is released to hit the Dementor out of the zone. A motor and cable extend the drawer slides towards Azkaban, causing the bottom of the Grindelwald basket to fall out, depositing Grindelwald. To egress, the motor unwinds and the pneumatics retract, pulling the box back. We like the speed with which the pneumatics send the machine to Azkaban. However, as its name implies, the freewheeler is very hard to aim precisely.
The Daddy Longarm reaches Azkaban by using pneumatic pistons to launch the center contraption forward so that it can sort nifflers and shiny objects. The nifflers get knocked into the ramp and ejected into opponent's zones, while the shiny objects get collected and stay within the box. And our sensor detects when the gates drop so that Grindelwald can get slammed dunked into prison. After depositing Grindelwald, a motor pulls the entire box, scooping up the Dementor with the hook as it returns into its housing.
As the third level evaluation matrix shows, the final design is the best design, demonstrated by its high total relative to the others. As you can see, the designs with the second highest totals are the Daddy Longarm and the Freewheeler, which is why more components from these designs were incorporated into the final design.
Alright, so final competition. Round 1.
3, 2, 1.
We got second place. Round 2.
We had some issues though, particularly the banana plugs.
There's nothing wrong with the banana plugs, Michelle.
We thought our banana plugs were broken, but apparently they weren't.
I went in, took it apart, and I accidentally stabbed myself with a screwdriver.
In the middle zone, in front of everybody, we scrubbed and we DQ'd.
Ripperoni again.
But we already had a ticket in round 3. Round 3.
3, 2, 1. Alright, first place is Henchman. Second place was Taki.
We freaking came in on the same track that we did in round 1. Freaking killed it. First place.
It was the first time we ever won a round, even in class.
And then round 4, we decided to take a big lump of coal and take 4th place. The main reason for our success was our reliable filter system for the nifflers and shiny objects, and our defense arm. We didn't do Grindelwald, but that wasn't really a problem for us in the final competition because many of the other teams that attempted it missed or DQ'd for deploying early. Even though our Dementor arm worked in practice, some last-minute changes made it get stuck, so that's something we could have fixed as well. We made it to round 4. Big surprise to us as a team.
I was pretty excited that we got to the fourth round. Fourth round, okay.
So the final competition was a lot of fun. We went way farther than I expected, at least.
So I thought that the competition went pretty well. I'm really proud of our team and how far we got in it. I always had faith in our team. I never not had faith, but I didn't know how far we would go, and I'm really proud of how far we got.
We got second in design review. That was pretty cool.
Thanks, Hannah. So thoughts on the competition? Yeah. Pizza was good.
I told everybody before the competition, let's all take a shot so there's no nervousness, but that was a hard pass.
I shouldn't have said that. I should not have said that.
I never thought that I would take this class in my whole life, but I learned a lot, and I think it's important to learn how to work with people that aren't from your same discipline.
I also learned how to improvise on the run. Me and Jacob destroyed Hannah Michelle's designs a lot of times and made new things out of them.
Yeah, he's right. They did.
I mean, that's fine, I guess. No, it's not fine.
So we got things done in the lab. So one thing I learned is how to work with what you have and to work on a timely basis.
The class has just been great overall. I've learned a lot about how to work with people and design and rebuild.
Sends her regards and she says, "Bye, nerds."
I'll probably never set foot in the MRDC ever again, so bye.
Bye, ME2110. We love you, Section Best.